Hey YouTube, it's Mike and Adam with Murphy Entertainment Studio back for part 8 of our movie review series, and this is going to be the top 5 worst movies that we've ever seen in our life. And I'm going to kick it off to my friend and partner here, Adam. Adam?
Now, mind you, we will not be showing these movies because we don't own any of them because they're bad. So, a lot of these actually overlap for both of us, and we'll start that with number 5, Mac and Me.
Oh
And,
my goodness.
yeah, and I gotta tell you, I probably would have forgotten that this movie even existed, but Paul Rudd and Conan O'Brien keep bringing it back to mind. Every time he's on his show, he plays the same stupid clip from the
Oh my goodness.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, really, Conan O'Brien has, made this movie more aware than when it was in theaters.
I think it's mostly Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, too, yeah. Mostly Paul.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't seen this movie, it is ridiculously bad. I mean, the alien looks like a cross between E.T.'s mom and a hyena. It's basically an advertisement for McDonald's and Coca-Cola, literally, the entire movie. So,
yep, a lot of kids left that movie hungry.
yes, including myself.
Hungry for food and for a good movie, so.
Yeah. So number 5 was Mac and Me, and it's unanimous on the decision on that one. So, Adam, what's your number 4?
My number 4, and I believe we might have a little disagreement with this one because it's one from the Friday the 13th series, a movie called Jason X. And if you haven't seen this movie, it's just bad one-liners and bad, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit thinking about some of the one-liners from that movie. It's awful. Who thinks to be clever when they're about to die? Seriously.
But does it suck on so many levels, though?
Yes, it sucks on a number of levels. It's. I think you liked it more than I did, but
I'm going to say that it's not the best Friday the 13th film out there, guys. I mean, if you're looking for a Friday the 13th film, there's much better choices. But some points on it that I really liked were the stunt work that was done by Kane Hodder. A lot of people overlook that aspect in that film, but the stunt work that was done, Kane used to be a stuntman, and is a stuntman still, but some of the stunts in that movie were really good, and I thought that the lighting and the cinematography were good on that film. I do agree with Adam on, there's much better films to watch than Jason X, but my take on it is that if I'm really bored, I might watch it. But
so
that's really all I have to add to that.
At its worst, it's the fourth worst movie ever, and at its best, it's a barely tolerable film that you can watch just to say you've seen the entire series.
Yep, there you go.
All right, so that's it for my number 4, Jason X.
All right, my number 4 is going to be Beware Children at Play. This was released in 1995. This movie I've seen once in my life, and with good reason. Adam has not even seen it. I don't even know if he's heard of it.
I heard this movie was awful, so I did not see it, so I have no information to add.
It's really, really so bad that there's not a whole lot to add to it. I mean, if you go and look on the IMDb on that movie, you'll see all of the rotten reviews on it. But yeah, Beware Children at Play is my number 4. So On to our next movie.
My number 3, and it was tough for me to say this, but you'll know why. It's the 1998 Matthew Broderick Godzilla, and the utter disrespect that comes with this movie and calling it Godzilla. Yeah, basically Godzilla is just a giant iguana. It's like Jurassic Park. He has a little baby velociraptor Godzilla.
It's Jurassic Park done bad. Real bad.
Yes.
I agree with him on. I mean, a giant iguana that's killed by one missile. I mean, come on, guys, that's not Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla doesn't run from danger. I mean.
Yeah, if they called it giant iguana, it would still be a bad movie. But it's just at least the disrespect wouldn't be there. And to be fair, I think they did fire both missiles, but
yeah, okay, but one of them hit him. Yeah, I agree. Horrible, horrible. And I looked up. I was so happy to see that movie when it came out when I was in high school, and I went back and watched Godzilla 1985 immediately. So
to wash the dirt off.
Yeah. And luckily, the next year, Japan, launched back with Godzilla 2000, which was amazing. So.
And also, luckily, the next year, Matthew Broderick came back with Election, so I forgave him a little bit for
there you go.
Coming back with the masterpiece. So,
yep.
That's it. Number 3, Godzilla.
My number 3 is going to be a 2006 little gem called Rest Stop, which I rented at Hollywood Video on VHS back in the day. That one is literally about a woman that breaks down at a rest stop at midnight, and a creepy gentleman follows her from restroom to restroom. The entire 90 minutes of the movie is going from stall to stall and bathroom to bathroom, and then the end of the movie is he tries to run her over with his utility truck. So there literally is nothing else for me to add on Rest Stop. It's a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Again, there's nothing for me to add because I heard ahead of time that this movie was awful, so I did not see it.
That's good. Please don't watch Rest Stop. So, Adam, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is actually the same as your number 2. It is a classic called Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember I loved collecting the cards, so I was so looking forward to this movie. And then I go see it, and it only has like 4 Garbage Pail Kids, and they're like the worst ones.
Oh my gosh!
It was so dumb. So I still feel a little dumber from seeing that movie.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie, when it was released in 1987, I was like most kids. I like collecting. I'm an 80s kid like Adam. We like collecting the cards with the bubble gum. When the movie came out, all the kids were like, "Oh, hell yeah, it's Garbage Pail Kids movie." And I gotta say, I'm actually sick to my stomach right now just thinking about that movie. It's full of fart jokes and vomiting, and it's just the worst. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible movie. Don't ever watch that movie. Or if you want to say you saw one of the worst movies ever of all time, you can watch it. But that's really all I have to add on that.
If you want to feel sick and feel stupid, go see the movie. Otherwise, see something good. Something else.
It's horrible. So our number 1 was definitely we agreed on our number 1, based on an L. Ron Hubbard novel. Starring John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker. It's a little movie that came out in 2000 called Battlefield Earth.
It's John Travolta basically as an alien with dreadlocks.
And he's 9 feet tall.
9 feet tall.
Green teeth, sharp green teeth.
Yep.
The cinematography and the lighting was non-existent. It's a dreadfully bad movie with no plot. It honestly made me nauseated watching it.
Everything about it was poor. The cinematography, the script, the acting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Travolta and Whitaker must have really needed some money that month. That's all I can say.
What money? I mean, the movie didn't even make much money.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
really?
It didn't, because everybody had heard how bad it was. But
Yeah.
you know, they still made money for making the movie.
Oh, yeah,
They didn't know how poorly it was gonna do at the time, but.
But considering, you know, what all it took to set up the, you know, the stage setups and the costumes, it was just absolutely horrible. So,
Yeah.
guys, that's gonna be it for our top 5 worst movies of all time. We really appreciate our subscribers, viewers, people that take the time to watch our videos. Adam, would you like to add anything before we leave?
Nope, just another video to come soon, so stay tuned.
Yep. Guys, thank you so much. Murphy Entertainment Studio out.